time for the Clemson Classic to keep rolling as the Tigers, in heroic fashion, move their record to 6-6 with a come-from-behind victory a half an hour ago against Elon. And now welcome in the Villanova Wildcats in their first game of the weekend. Alongside Caroline Jacobson, I'm Daniel Gilman. Well, Caroline, what'd you see in the Miranda Runco for the Wildcats, who Coach Bridget Orchard told us, despite maybe a little embarrassment in saying so, they are quite cold here today as Reese Basinger starts out hot.
Seen so far, kind of freezes right-handed hitters right up under their hands.
This pitch tails in on White, and so a one-out base runner as we take a look at the Villanova. Creates power from the left side as a good jump off first base sends White to second on a pitch in the dirt to Abby Vieira.
Yeah, that was a great read by White.
And a tight strike zone from Jeremy Morrison as the 3-0 pitch tails outside. So back-to-back walks. Basinger and Melanchuk added Macy Cintron, the freshman who had the complete game in game one, as this pop-up tailed to left from Mora, snagged by Collins for out number 2.
And that's a good response there by Basinger.
Basinger pulls the string and jumps ahead 0-2.
Yeah, and Coach Orchard talked about how Ostrowski is somebody that will do anything for her team and for her coaches, and she originally came in as a shortstop.
And they should feel going into tomorrow. As Brown slaps one the other way, and a drawn-up start for the slap leadoff hitter.
That was a great job by Alex Brown. Just
now leads to a conversation between John Rittman and Jeremy Morrison, the home plate umpire. And Caroline, for those that were watching the first game of the day, Alex Brown was called out in a big moment with the bases loaded and one out, and I believe she's being called out yet again on the step. Yeah. So that's the right call. Scott Whitlock, who unfortunately is under the weather today, is cooking up for the future as Moore goes down on strikes, and Coburn, who was given some second life after the leadoff single by with a dominant 14 scoreless frames, as Noller finds a gap in left center and it caroms off the top of the wall for a 2-out double.
I think Noller thought she got all of that one.
Meanwhile, Noller itching to race home as Cintron bloops one to center. Ostrowski is there, and a clean inning aided by that obstruction by Brown. Just hoping for win number 6 here in the young season in this tournament that sets up where the 1 and 2 seeds match up Sunday afternoon. So Burrows takes a couple pitches tight, and then the 3-2 tails in for the third walk of the day for Basinger. Perfect bunt as Brown throws it high, but a great reach by Moore to catch up to it.
And I love this movement on the infield.
Eva Franz. Basinger walked Burrows and now walks Gray. So 2 walks in each of the 2 innings for Basinger. And she has just elevated the difficulty.
Not only does that show the confidence in Eva Franz and herself, but also in Brittany Orchard in Franz.
3 consecutive swinging strikes. And Basinger, one that makes us look good when we're on camera, as the first pitch to Abby Vieira is struck nicely, but caught by Madison Ostrowski out in center. Meanwhile, fun note here, our graphics produce as Ava Wilson drops the elbow, skies one out to Burrows at second, and there's 2 quick outs here from Lexi Coburn's right arm. Complex. As the freshman Collins stands in and drives one to center. How good has Marion Collins been here at home this week?
And that was a great example.
The 2-2. fair down the third baseline and just past the glove of Mora. As station to station moves Collins. And Ariel able to get it to the runners on base are part of it as Brockenbrough laces one directly to Ostrowski. And the side is retired with some hard contact. Scoreless through 2. Using to me, you know, it's very much the umpire's call, and we'll leave it at that. Nevertheless, Basinger fires back with a screwball for strike 3.
And that's just been Basinger's bread and butter throughout this entire season so far. That screwball up under the handco with a changeup is just a credit.
Ooh.
Yikes.
This one comes back, hits Basinger, and on the fly gets to the outfield grass.
I'm sure that did not feel great, but
pop-up foul, this one in play, and basket catch made by Vieira for out number 2. Or her ACL, her sophomore year, and drives this back up the middle for a 2-out single. So very similar half innings. Pop-ups plague the inning for the Nova Wildcats as Collins collects, and it's 3 scoreless from Basinger.
or move her feet and slap and use her speed to get on base. And we see her showing bunt here, probably trying to see what the defense is going to do, see what she can get away with.
And Brown will work a 4-pitch walk here to lead off the 3rd inning to that preseason team. Joins a list of 5 other Tigers to grab that nomination as her first pitch is popped out to right center, and a good job by Ostrowski. Julia Noller had 2 doubles on Tuesday, another double earlier today, but she goes chasing on the first pitch, and 2 pitches leads to 2 outs for a home run swing. As now Macy Cintron ahead in the count 1-0, has Brown taking second with the throw from Menken sailing into center, so Alex Brown swiping her in scoring position. Cintron skies one to left where White awaits, and the Tigers strand a runner in scoring position, and we head to the 4th, still scoreless here on this doubleheader Friday. 2-2 pitch, grounded into center, and Burrows has her first hit of the young season.
Great job by Burrows there. Are swinging often. They're swinging at good pitches and laying off that changeup that's low in the dirt.
And then Basinger able to burn one by for her 5th strikeout. So Caroline, if you had the
maybe 2 games on the first day and maybe get that one over with. You're at the field for a long time on a doubleheader.
Now it's Elizabeth Gray who puts down a sacrifice bunt and turns the lineup around, right?
It just continued to tail further and further away from her.
There's a look at the wind as we'll have another 0-2 pitch. And now a chance in center for Brockenbrough as Basinger works around the leadoff single. Cruising on a Friday afternoon.
Doesn't seem to phase them. They just continue to come back and go right at these hitters.
First pitch to Vieira's driven deep to left. What a grab! Kelsey White lays out for the web gem.
Great catch by third base.
And it's a 4-pitch walk for Wilson, so she will reach for the 3rd time today. And what is it that a senior season with Clemson as Collins pops one out to center, and the trend continues against Coburn, who has now put together 18 scoreless in. Ariel on the first pitch, pops one out to right. And Gray is there as Coburn works around the walk. And we head to the 5th, still scoreless. As Basinger delivers, but the throw is errant and off the glove of Noller. Some might say ball don't.
Over into the left, into the right-hander's batter's box.
And Rumka goes down on strikes. So 7 strikeouts now for Basinger, who
Bat, last pitch, drop ball. And by tunneling this, I mean it comes off of her hip in the exact same way, but the changeup is about 8 miles an hour slower.
tight throw to second, but Kelsey White is able to swipe the bag. Another pop-up out to Collins. Oh, the runner forgot how many outs there were. And White, who was gifted the base via error, runs out of the inning. It's a 6-4. Coburn ready, and the changeup is sent right back from where it came as Brockenbrough delivers for a leadoff single to create havoc here with Alex Brown at the plate. She puts down a pretty bunt. It is legal according to the home plate umpire, and everybody's safe. 8 career RBIs. She drives one to left, and it's an atom ball kind of game for Clemson. Another hard hit ball right at a Wildcat as White is there for out number 1. 5 home runs, 18 RBIs for Noller. Hard hit ball to first. Ostrowski will take the easy out, and both runners will move up 60 feet. And the 2-2 pitch. Popped up. In play for Ostrowski. And she secures it. Through 5 innings, all zeros here at the Clemson Classic. Another pop-up. Tough play for Noller, and she will dive into the fence and make the grab. 1-2 to Mencken. How about another pop-up? Drifting in Brown, and the utility. And Alex Brown, she could play pretty double camera view. Madison Ostrowski waiting on deck as Burrows takes high. And that'll just force Basinger to throw some more pitches. Coach Orchard watches on. The 2-2. Got her! Curveball on the inner half. The 8th and biggest strikeout of the day for Basinger. Them there. We may have a similar story here today with Basinger through 6. But the first pitch to Abby Vieira gets popped out as both. Wilson skies one calmly to left, where White is there, and there's 2 outs. And we will head to the 7th inning. The next run may be the winning run. Stay tuned to find out who can generate it.
It also might be something to acknowledge if they're starting to not throw as many strikes.
Wagner right back to the circle.
Maybe a coach will notice that high pitch count and tell you.
Franz beats one into the dirt. And Collins so smooth over there, the captain of the infield for out. So the final line of defense here in the 7th is a swing and a pop-up by White, snagged by Moore. So the Tigers will look to walk it off when we come back. Short hop smothered out there by Mora for out number 1. And that'll bring up Brockenbrough. Couple game-winning and game-tying hits. Maddie Moore earlier today doing the same as Brockenbrough on the first pitch continues her theme of clutch hitting with a Brown hard hit to short, 6-4. But the speed of Brown prevents the inning-ending double play, and one speedster replaces the other. Comes down to Maddie Moore. The hero of game one, she sends one deep to center, and it's just shy, caught at the wall by Ostrowski. A foot away from winning it.
Really values Runco and her at-bats and just shows how well Runco's hitting at the plate right now.
And instead, she generates a sacrifice ground out. And you talk about, so the infield comes in, and a ground ball to short, grabbed by Collins, robbing Mora of the go-ahead hit.
Great job by Marion Collins. That a little bit, maybe we'll get something. But
we do have a microphone down there. It picked it up, and the umpire in Jeremy Morrison was saying it's still a little high. And so Ostrowski works the walk. Menken
wouldn't expect a throw down, especially because they can just try to steal a run on a little first and third play.
And instead, Menken skies one to left, wind blowing in. Johnson is there. And a clean inning sends us to the bottom of the eighth, where the 7-inning shutouts. As Noller drives it to right, Moore gets the green light, throw is wide, and the Tigers walk it off on the Noller single.
And I guess that's why you let her swing away there.
Clemson with a pair of one-run victories. Start the Classic 2-0. Let's take another look. She didn't waste any time.
Noller found a pitch she could drive. Hard ground ball to right field. Speed at second base with Maddie Moore. No doubter.
And Clemson's first walk-off hit since March 7th, 2024. And that Clark home run to beat Minnesota. As we wrap things up from day one of the Clemson Classic. So excited you lost your feet out there running. As Caroline, final thoughts from